Proof it's really me. Hey guys, how's it going? It's been a minute. I'm setting up different tonight. I'm trying to make some different space in my house. And it's spooky season, so I had to get out my spooky stuff. It is September 4th, y'all, day for recording, but all recordings are timeless. All readings are timeless. You guys, it's been a minute, and it's been like, I don't know, the 2 weeks from absolute hell here. And it's not anything other than spiritual attack. You know what that goes. So we've been dealing with some fun stuff. And my favorite part, hold on, let me move the camera really quick and we'll talk about my last couple of weeks. Because it's been a bitch. Yo. So guys, first, welcome in, which is Bitches, Twats, and Thoughts. I'm Black Betty and I'm Karma's right hand. Welcome to the Underdog Ministry. Hey, Kristen, how are you? It's been a minute. So my car has been doing a thing. It's been having this intermittent light coming on. Sometimes the engine light is on and sometimes it's not. I've taken it to 3 different mechanics and to AutoZone to have the code read, have a diagnostic done, etc. So I'm doing what the person who just replaced the catalytic converter less than 30,000 miles ago said to do, which was to have the coils and the plugs and the transmission seal and the oil pan seal done, because some of that leaking, seeping oil could possibly foul the cat. So he wants to make sure everything's handled before he warranties it. This has been backed by 2 other mechanics. So I take it to the mechanic that I can look out my window and see their front office. Okay. Less than 2 blocks of walking distance away. I'm going to give these people my business because I need to be able to pick up my car, right? I've got 1 car. I'm on a very, 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 very low income. And I got a teenager that's about to start driving, right? So I got to get this shit fixed so it's safe for him to drive, okay? And I've been told specifically, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do. Hey, how's it going, the Hulk? Welcome in. So, that's too much. Anyway, so this guy at this mechanic shop is like, sure, I'll get it in. And I said, so can you please just order the plugs, order the coils, and let's do that. I get in there for the appointment, and the guy walks me up underneath the car and shows me, this is leaking, and here's your estimate that has $0 written on it, and sends me on my way when I thought I'd made an appointment to get the work done. This man suggests that I need to have a catalytic converter and a tune-up. I explain that they need to do the seals like the person who replaced the catalytic converter suggested before he can warranty the catalytic converter for the code that's being thrown. Mind you, backstory, I'm almost 50 years old, and as a fun time when I was a teenager, we used to Rubicon, meaning we had to wrench in the woods. We had to improvise. I'm a girl who knows how to rebuild a carburetor. I'm a girl who knows how to gap my own plugs. I'm a girl who knows how to change my own tires. I was gonna take my business to a local mechanic to show some local support from my local town. But instead I was mansplained, spoken down to, and told, I don't know what you're talking about. What seals do you mean? The ones you yourself walked me under my car and said, you see that leak there and that leak there? Those are the seals I'm talking about, the ones you told me needed to be done. I don't know what you're talking about. But, you know, we were just trying to get your business to do the tune-up. I said, this is the 3rd time I've brought it to you to address this tune-up and you haven't done the work. It seems like you don't want to do the work. And this guy says to me, oh, well, it just seems like maybe we're just not the shop for you. So you're just going to throw away $1,000 repair? Not like I've got tons of money to be able to make it happen, but it could maybe feasibly be squeezed, okay? Maybe maxing out every credit card I've got, but I can get this shit done so my kid can drive a safe car. Nope. Nope. Your local friendly, down the street mechanic that is one of the top mechanics in the county. For whatever reason, I've never met this person before, has been giving me the fucking runaround. That's just one story. So the 3 mechanics, out of everybody, this person was the least expensive on the actual tune-up, including their sister shop, which bought the mechanic that I went to for 15 years before this, when he retired. So now I'm finding a new mechanic and finding out that maybe new mechanics don't really want to do the work. They just want to patronize people if they don't have a penis. The way this person spoke to me was absolutely disgusting. And then as part of this little weekend search, it was Labor Day weekend, so I thought I was going to go, look for maybe a trade-in on this car instead of repairing it. Was comparing what the price was going to be versus the price of a down payment on a trade-in. And I get to the car lot where I've been for the last 15 or so years, the exact same salesman. And instead of selling me a car, this man wants to know if I'm still sleeping with my ex-husband. In what world is this a normal question? In what world is it a normal question when somebody from your town is buying a car, a repeat customer, and being like, so, you still getting it on the side, a little here and there? Are you high on dickhead soup, bro? Like, what is wrong with people right now? Really? So, nameless to say, the biggest dealership in town will never get my business again. Not on the 4th, 5th, not on the 6th car. They'll never get my business again because it's more important to them whether I'm fucking my ex-husband, which I'm not, than getting me a car. You got to be kidding me right now. And it's more important to tell me, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to gaslight the fuck out of you and patronize you and pretend I never walked you under the car myself and told you these seals needed to be done with my own fucking hands in front of another person. We just must not be the right mechanic for you. Obviously, you don't want to work. Nobody wants to work, right? So, between the car repair people, and the other repair guy who took my car for 2 days and didn't even put it on the rack. Couldn't even give me an estimate. I'm tired. I'm not an idiot when it comes to cars, but I am not in any frame of physicality or tool possession to be able to wrench on my own shit like I was 30 years ago. So I thought I might take it to a mechanic, but the mechanic's 30 years old, so he thinks I don't know shit. And the car salesman's 60, so he thinks he can schmooze and put one over on me. Still getting it in on the side there with your ex, since you guys are still friends? What makes this normal to people? And then on top of all that, the catastrophe that is the biggest catastrophe of all of it, the dog is injured. My dog is hurt, y'all. I didn't know whether she was sick and dying or whether she had injured herself, but she went from running and jumping and twerking for bacon strips a week and a half ago to like barely being able to walk up the stairs this week. So I had to take her to the emergency vet, and I've been trying to get her in the same as I've been trying to get my fucking car in, and it's taken me 3 times to get her to the emergency vet. So now she's all doped up on muscle relaxers and nerve pain and painkillers because she apparently has injured her back, which I'm, out of everything that it could be, this one is not life-threatening. So I'm grateful that that's all that it is. But let me tell you, if you're gonna mansplain some shit to somebody, you better make sure they don't know how to rebuild a carburetor before you fucking do. Secondly, somebody's coming to you that you've never met before, a brand new customer, and you are going to patronize them and be a douchebag shithead to them for whatever fucking reason. So they're never, ever, ever going to come to your establishment again. You're lucky I'm not calling the establishment out by name. But there's only one that's 2 blocks from my house. So everybody in town that knows me, if you know where I live, because you've been like part of the whole gang stalky thing, don't go to the automotive place down the street, because they just want to mansplain to you and make you feel like you're stupid instead of doing what you want them to do with your money to your vehicle. If I want you to put plugs and coils in my car, you don't need to diagnose it first. I'm paying you to put plugs and coils in my car because I've already had 3 other diagnostics and a code ran on it. So if you could just quit being a dick and just do the work, it would be fantastic. I don't know. And then the car salesman guy, that shit just sent me over the roof. I've had 3 fucking emails from this guy since I left that day. What can I do to earn your business? Maybe not ask me if I'm fucking my ex-husband. That would be a great start. Maybe don't sexually harass your fucking car lot customers with a nationwide name on your fucking car lot. I mean, hello, McFly. Really? Hey, Savage, how's it going? Yeah, you guys, I've really had to tone myself down for the last couple weeks. That's why I haven't been on here, because I'm about to fucking let names fly, and these people have pissed me off. Like, I am broke as a fucking joke as it is. I worked for 4 years. Oh, yeah, I worked for 4 years here on the YouTube. You guys, you know how much my check was? I got my very first YouTube paycheck. I was so fucking excited. 4 years of work. $165. All because you guys donated. So thank you. All of that came from each and every one of you, not YouTube. $4 years. $40 a year? That's not even fingernail money, fuckers. Fuck. Let's not start with the cards. Let's start with the dice. So I don't know what to do about this thing with my car. But if there is a mechanic in Shasta County that is willing to not patronize me, willing to take the printed out estimates from other mechanics that said this is what needs to be done, the people I've actually paid to like look at it, if you're willing to do that and like put coils and plugs on my car and give me an estimate for the 2 seals that are leaking, I would appreciate it. It would be great. I will plug you like a motherfucker on here, but I will not talk shit about the name of the company that did this. They know who they are, and they have to look me in the eye every time I go to the fucking grocery store, because you guys suck ass. God. That was the worst experience I've ever had. And I've been, look, my friends used to smoke crank before they worked on my car, and I had a better and more professional experience with them than I did with this Yahoo over here. I don't know. That's all. That's all I gotta say about that. So, hey, Cynthia, welcome in. We're actually gonna start a reading. Let's shake it. Headphone warning, y'all. So it's been a trying couple of weeks, and I'm a salty bitch. I'm a salty bitch. And I'm doing everything I can to not be like, hey, those assholes from down the block right there, their names, yeah. Ugh. It's like, what are you wearing? What's your name? My name's Jake from State Farm. And I'm wearing khakis. Kind of like that. I don't know. I've never, ever in my life seen a mechanic turn down a repair like that either. I mean, were you just intimidated? Did they have performance anxiety about their repair capabilities? I mean, we know that's a little nerve-wracking, that little performance anxiety. Were they not confident in their capabilities of being able to do the repairs and just couldn't say so? I mean, were they feeling inadequate about it? Really? So I am seeing sardines. Where's the other S? Right there. Sardines. Somebody likes sardines on their pizza? Feeding their cat sardines? Patriot. 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 I'm so fucking perturbed still, you guys. Like, I'm so butthurt. Kush. Kush. The Kush dynasty of Egypt. The Kush kings. Map. Somebody needs directions. Somebody's fucking lost. Somebody needs a map. Somebody needs to be drawn a map on how to do something. Like, here's point A, here's point B, and that's how you get there. Grammy. Something about winning a Grammy. Horn. Somebody's honking their horn, laying on the horn in their Jeep Patriot. Oats. 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 Somebody has cold morning oats, overnight oats, where they make them and they soak them overnight and it's cold instead of hot oatmeal in the morning. All right, we've got all the letters we've used. We've used sardines, Patriot, Kush, map, Grammy, horn, and oats. And now it is basket time, bitches. We are still this deep in the basket, so thanks to everybody that is returning. Thanks to everybody that is new here. Welcome in, you guys. I appreciate all of you for hanging out. You guys kick ass and take names. You are the reason that I am here. All right, so something told me tonight I was drawn to the table because somebody is about to get burned. All right? Somebody is... needs a warning, I guess, like a lighthouse, like they're being steering towards rocky shores here. We've got touch nothing but the lamp from Aladdin in the Cave of Wonders. It's a test of character, a test of internal strength. What are you trying to prove? Somebody's trying to prove something. They've got a chip on their shoulder. Flash temper when their authority is challenged. Yeah, that's where the mansplaining's coming from. Okay. Somebody doesn't like something that is forbidden, like they didn't pass their character test. They had something like an axe to grind here. Somebody did not pass their character test. They are a failure of a human, I'm hearing. A failure of a human. Got the letter O here. Offshore tax shelter. Muscles everywhere. I'm getting somebody that might be roid raging, flash temper. Somebody that thinks that their size should be intimidating enough to make people comply, conform, do what they say. This person is possibly on actual anabolics. We've got a blank card, but it's in the reverse. The red line is on the bottom. This person maybe not doing well health-wise. Swimming in regret. Move it or lose it. Yeah, this person here, they're using something to stay in their mind big and strong and manly, for lack of better terms. This person doesn't understand that they're like I think they're having some sort of midlife crisis, like some sort of low testosterone here. This person is maybe not as strong as they used to be. Move it or lose it is their freaking motto. This person hates lazy, whatever lazy means. This person hates rest. This person has trauma. Probate. Something about probate court, 10 steps ahead of them. The boys made a bet about who would get to hit it. 10th house, career and public image. So somebody's trying to mess with somebody's career. This person here, maybe their career has something to do with their muscles. They're really like maybe regretting years of using steroids. This person might be having this failing health here because they're aging. We've got looky-loo status. So we've got a bunch of like rubberneckers, onlookers. Abusing a mother is abusing her children by proxy. How do you look people in the eye, moving how you do? See, this person is in deep regret here. And then we've got the song by Chumbawamba, I Get Knocked Down. But I'll get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. Somebody feels like a zero, but they want to be a hero. This person here, they're losing their own ideal of being a man. All right, let's get some tarot on this. We've got Sardines, Patriot, Kush, Map, Grammy, Horn, and Oats. This person, I'm getting that they are type to really drive fast. This person, yeah, death in reverse just flew out. So this person's trying to resurrect their youth. Rooster Cogburn, what? Okay, I like that because John Wayne. That's awesome. That was one of my dad's favorite movies. So hello. Welcome in, Cynthia. How are you? Hey, Savage. Is everybody still popping in through the comments down there? All right. So we've got somebody trying to resurrect their youth here. I'm getting like Uncle Rico in Napoleon Dynamite. Back in 1984. 1984, when he was the quarterback and the king, the cock of the walk, okay? This is the horn dog of all horn dogs here. This person, they're aging and they don't like it. Queen of Swords in the reverse. This person does not accept the reality of I don't know, the way that they're aging. They don't like the way they look. I think this person's dehydrated. Page of Pentacles just came out. So they're looking for a doctor to give them something, or looking for something new to take to make them feel strong again. When this person really needs to eat some healthy foods and drink some water. Okay, the world in reverse. You can't go back to the same old cycles. This person's never going to feel the way they used to feel. It's never going to go back to the way it used to be. You have to find a new normal. This is the only card in the upright. It's the Page of Pentacles. You have to have a new normal. You have to start from scratch. I think this person might have some sort of bad injury here. Four of Pentacles in the reverse and the King of Wands. So yeah, this person, they don't want to slow down. They don't want to hold themselves back. They want to stay being the ladies' man that they've always been. They want to stay virile, powerful. They want to stay strong. In their eyes, masculine, when masculinity is all in the brain instead of in the muscles that are everywhere. Okay, this person doesn't understand that or have that perspective. They may be getting a different perspective pretty soon, though, with that Hangman in the reverse. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Five of Wands. So there's this person's got some conflicting feelings inside of themselves. Some conflicting feelings. We don't have a feelings deck. We need an oracle for that. Hold on, you guys. I need to get my Prism oracle here. So tell me how this person is feeling here about, I don't know, maybe not being the biggest rooster in the hen yard anymore. It's just, they have a real mental ego around being a ladies' man. And they don't want to sit still. They don't want to settle down with anybody. Move it or lose it is this person's... Move it or lose it is this person's motto, okay? But then what just flew out is love. This person's going to get bit by the love bug, y'all. Shit. Okay, so this person's being forced to slow down, and they don't want to slow down. They like this fast lifestyle, the fast lifestyle, okay? Fast women, fast cars, all of it. This person has been taking substances to stay strong, to stay virile. I'm thinking this is like, you know, some sort of steroid situation with this muscles everywhere. This is somebody that's trying to prove to themselves and everybody else that they're the big man on campus still. All right? But this person's about to get bit by the love bug. I'm hearing physical therapy. This person's going to get forced to slow down, and they're going to have to go to physical therapy, and they might meet somebody that they fall in love with that's just as into physical fitness as them, but in a different way. Okay? This person's going to find happiness in this situation. This is funny how this is turning out. This is somebody who's angry. They've got a flash temper when they're challenged. They're trying to stay strong. They're trying to stay virile. They're trying to stay attractive. Okay? What they think is a ladies' man, and their whole world's about to get flipped upside down. They're not going to want to be this ladies' man anymore because they're going to get bit by the love bug when they have to go to some sort of therapy here. I'm getting physical therapy, that this person has some sort of injury from working out. Like they tear a muscle, they strain a tendon, have to have some sort of surgery, like on a knee or something. And this person's going to have to go to physical therapy, and they're going to meet somebody there. Confidence. Hunger in reverse. Oh boy. A Snickers really satisfies you. Oh shit. This person is going to meet somebody there that is going to just really trigger their happiness, and it's going to make this person feel like $1,000,000 again. And with that hunger in reverse, they're going to be satisfied. Oh, they're going to be satisfied. A Snickers really satisfies you, is what I heard. So this person being forced to slow down, maybe off of whatever workout supplement, we'll call it that, okay? Because I don't think this person's like shooting up or eating actual like prescription steroids. I'm getting like the supplement drinks, things that you take from the health food stores that I can't even remember the name of. But all the pills and the creatine powders and that kind of shit that you use when you're a real heavy muscle, like muscle builder. This person is really into that stuff, but it's causing their temper to go crazy. It's also causing their functioning in their nether regions to not be as virile as they would like to be. They thought it would help, maybe. This person's going to meet somebody, though, while they're trying to slow down and recover. And this person's going to be into physical fitness, and they're going to teach them another way to be fit and healthy without being... I'm getting obsessed. Mystery in reverse. It's going to unlock something this person's never been able to figure out before. And trust in reverse. This person can't listen to other people. They don't, they think that they're the only one that knows about physical fitness here. And obviously they need to learn something if they're recovering from an injury. They might need to like use some sports medicine for better movement, okay? I don't know how this turned into what it's turned into. But this person is like, maybe hurt themselves by trying to lift more than the next guy. I don't know. Let's get a little bit more into it. Let's find out. Tell me a little bit more about how this guy got hurt here. How did this person get hurt, and how did it go from their flash temper when their authority is challenged? It's like this guy saw somebody flex, and he had to flex harder, and he flexed a little too hard and split his pants or sharded or something like that. Like he just fucked himself up all kinds of ways. He's hurt. Okay, like maybe a hernia, something like that. This person's going to have some sort of recovery period. All right. All right, we've got masculine in the reverse and autumn in the reverse. This person, they can't take it. They can't admit to themselves that they are not the lead dog anymore, that they are past their prime in their own words. Okay? Like this guy might be super physically fit. This guy could maybe have like a 10 or 15% body fat and just be lean, right? But they think that they need to be stacked. You don't. This person is just not accepting the fact that they are not 30 anymore. They're maybe 45 to 60. Okay, this person is just got to accept that they are not going to be the way they used to be. But things need to slow down here. Who is this person that's going to teach them? What about this love and happiness and this confidence and this hunger? Tell me about the Snickers really satisfies you. Tell me. He doesn't feel strong. He doesn't feel virile. He feels like he's past his prime. And then somebody comes in here. He feels like he's past his prime. And we got the staff in reverse, you guys. I'm sorry. It's like the Ace of Wands in reverse. There's not a lot of passion happening right there. Maybe this person is not getting the ladies the way they used to. But it's because they're supposed to be finding balance in their life here. This whole injury is probably making them slow down. We've got incubation on the bottom of the deck. This person needs to rest for a period. They need to like let this injury settle. They need to let this injury settle. They're trying too much. They're trying too hard. And it's causing this right here. This masculine in the reverse, this staff in the reverse, past his prime with the autumn in the reverse. This guy here has run himself into the ground, and I think he's going to meet somebody that triggers that little spark again, but he better be cool. Better be cool with it so he doesn't hurt himself. This person, I said better be cool, and the card that flipped over is flash temper when challenged. This person better be cool. Whoever they are sent in to work with, this might be their doctor, their physical therapist, something. This person isn't going to be like being told what to do. They aren't going to like being told to sit down because their motto is move it or lose it. We've got veiled, and then we've got affluence. Okay, so this person here isn't going to like being told what to do. This person is used to just, without having to say it, being treated like they are something special. They don't have to ask. It's just assumed by the way this person looks or whatnot, their public image, that people are going to kowtow to them in their bigness, in their muscles, in their flash temper. Okay? And this woman here is going to stand up to this person, whoever this doctor or therapist or surgeon or whoever this medical professional, we'll just call it that. This is going to be a medical professional, is going to tell this person, what the hell are you trying to prove? Who are you trying to get brave with? I'm about to like put you under anesthesia. I'm about to wrench on your sore spots. I'm about to stick a needle in you, XYZ, all of these things. Who are you trying to get brave with? This is going to be a tiny little woman compared to this man. And it's going to set off the spark in this person. Truth. It's going to set off the spark in this person they've been missing. The whole reason that they feel less than virile, less than masculine. They found somebody with a backbone. This woman here is going to be not interested in this man romantically whatsoever. Whatsoever. She doesn't care who this person is. She doesn't give a shit about his muscles. She doesn't give a shit about anything. But when this person gets pissy with her, she's going to stand up to him and be like, who do you think you are? What are you trying to prove? How are you going to look people in the eye treating them the way you do? And this person's going to feel hella bad because this tiny little woman is going to stand up to him. Soulmate. You guys, I can't. And focus. Cupid's arrow much, people? This tiny little woman is going to get pissy with this man, and he's going to fall in love immediately with her strength, with her power, with her divine femininity here. This man's going to fall in love. Oh boy. Cupid going to blow his horn. Hit with that little arrow. Shoot this dude right in the booty. All right, what is the path for these two people? Treasures. Didn't I say shoot him right in the booty? Stone, spear, sword, and cauldron. Treasures. This person is going to find out exactly what they were looking for in this tiny little woman who's going to stand up to them and give them what for. Nah. There's the swords right there. The spear of truth. I'm getting a really little woman, like 5 foot nothing and like 112 pounds soaking wet. Wagging a finger up in the air at somebody that's way, like I've got a foot of height on her. This man is tall, muscles everywhere. Chambers in the earth, rhythms of the overworld. So this is like unlocking something this person has compartmentalized. This man is got locked inside. This tiny little feisty person is going to show so much spunk and so much power and so much backbone. I've said it before, I think was the word I used. To stand up to this big ass man with muscles everywhere with a steroid rage, okay? And she's going to be like, who the fuck do you think you are? What are you trying to prove? Remember, you sit your ass down. And this man is going to listen to this woman and fall in love at the same time. Sacred King, the oath. Look at, he going to fall in love and just be like, oh, she's the one. Oh, shit. This person is going to get hit by Cupid's arrow. You're going to be an asshole 1 minute and be a big old marshmallow and in love the next. Fairy lover. Sensuality. And at the bottom of the deck, fairies of mischief and play and the call of laughter. Oh boy. And I have to cover up his tallywhacker. He had a little tallywhacker there, so I covered it. The hammer god. Oh my. See, he's going to be able to use the muscles once he lets the other muscles rest for a little bit. This person who's having the roid rage needs to let the roids chill out of his system before his tallywhacker going to respond again. Evidently, that's part of the problem. Who is this person? Who is the little woman? Tell me about the little woman, because she sounds fierce and she sounds feisty. Who is the little woman? Ten of Wands in the reverse. The first person to like lift a burden off of this man. Be strong enough to carry what he carries. To stand up to him. The first woman to make this man break down. And let his burdens down. To let down his guard. To let down his vulnerabilities. Oh, she has to see this man hurt first. First impression, not strong. First impression, injured. First impression, mad about it. First impression, scared and can't admit it. First impression, worried about their job and the way their friends are going to look at them. First impression, muscles everywhere. First impression, ego. And she dresses this person down immediately with 5 foot nothing. This is kind of funny. This person falls right in love with this woman. Oh, the world in reverse and the tower in reverse. See, you can't do things the way that you used to do. That's why you're having this tower. You can't be the ladies' man the way you used to be. You met your match. You met your soulmate right here. This is it. This is that life-altering moment. Not all towers are necessarily bad. Yeah, this man's hurt, but he got hurt for a purpose. It was divinely orchestrated to end the old ways and make this man feel vulnerable for a minute and see that this woman exists, okay? This is how divine orchestration works. We've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. If this tower moment hadn't happened, you would have missed the opportunity to meet this lover. Okay? Death is here in the upright. We started the reading with the Death card in the reverse over here. Here's the deal with death. It's not always about somebody kicking the bucket. Death is the end of a cycle. It's transformation. It's the end of one thing and the beginning of a whole new life starting to grow right here. See, this injury is going to be the death of one thing for this person whose motto is move it or lose it. But this little woman made them bite their tongue. This little woman made this big, roid raging, muscles everywhere, having angry person who's injured and scared about their career, about their image, about being able to continue being virile and strong. And this little woman could see this coming a mile away and told him, you sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up. And she's like 5 foot nothing compared to this guy. So let's find out one more. After Tarot, what is the final story? How's the outcome of this going to be? We've got the High Priestess and the Five of Swords on the cut. Like I said, she saw this guy in his anger, in his hostilities coming a mile away and told him to sit down and shut up. He didn't scare this woman. Not in the slightest. So we got the Two of Swords. You have 2 choices, she said. You can either sit down and shut the fuck up and I can help you, or you can get the fuck out and stay in pain. Are you going to be nice, or are you going to be a jerk about it? Ace Cups in the reverse. She was not nice to this man at all. She didn't give a shit if he liked her or not. 10 of Wands. 7 of Swords. 6 of Swords reversed. And final, King of Cups reverse. Look, she didn't care if she hurt this person's feelings or not. She laid it all on this man. She let him carry his own weight. Look, you did this shit to yourself. You made yourself addicted to whatever this substance is. You pushed yourself too far. You did 1 rep too many. You're the one that had to flex too hard, etc., etc. This person has to admit that they stepped into their own trap here. There's no other way around it. They can't leave the situation. This person's evidently pretty badly hurt. With this King of Cups in the reverse. Oops, sorry. With this King of Cups in the reverse, they got an attitude. A really bad attitude. And she's going to tell them exactly what for with this Two of Swords here. She ain't going to be nice about it, and she's going to lay the blame directly on them and make them carry the weight of what they've done. You hurt yourself, yes, but you have to slow down. You can't keep doing things like this to yourself. I don't give a shit if you get mad at me about saying it. Your body does not do what your body does anymore. Kind of like my car with 210,000 miles on it. Without a little TLC and a spark put back into it, this person's going to feel pretty bad. He's not going to be running right. It's going to be feeling kind of sluggish. Not going to be able to get up and go too much. Right? Right. So this little woman here, when he goes in to say, this is what's wrong with me, her telling him, you're what's wrong with you, is exactly what's going to be the kick in his pants that pisses this guy off enough when she challenges his authority, okay? But he can't go anywhere. Evidently, this person's admitted to a hospital or something, like for a surgery or whatnot. They're stuck. They caught themselves. They did this to themselves. They flexed too hard, and they got caught in their own actions. This person's mad because she's going to say this to them, but that anger is what's going to be like, I'm going to show you I'm going to heal. I'm going to show you I'm not tough. I'm going to show you that I need help. This person's going to be determined because of this woman to, I don't know, win her over. I don't know what it is. Instead of trying to heal his body, this person's going to now start trying like schmooze and fall in love with this person over here. And I don't think she's going to be having it at first. I really don't. I've got one more deck. It's probably not the deck for this, but tell me how this woman feels or will feel after telling this guy off. Like, look, you hurt. Maybe this is somebody that like blew a disc in their back because they were lifting too much weight or something like that. Or they, picked something up the wrong way because they were angry and they chucked it, and when they twisted, they blew their back out or pulled a muscle or something like that, twisted an ankle, whatnot. Whatever this person did, they got injured because they got mad. And she's going to tell him this. That's why you're in here about to have a surgery. We've got growth and the King of Torches. So the King of Wands. Look, she's going to tell this guy, you got to chill. Like, you're still a big, tough, strong guy. You're still a leader. You're still a protector. You're still a defender. You're still a hot guy, okay? You're still, you still got that fire or whatever. But, like, there needs to be some growth in the way that you treat yourself here. I don't think this guy likes being told this shit. But when somebody is a care provider, when they actually provide care, people tend to like balk at that. We've got the Knight of Books in the reverse. Like I said, they tend to balk at that, meaning they bow their neck. They're stubborn about it. This is the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. And we've got Desire in reverse. So this is the Devil in reverse. Look, until you hold yourself back from your temptations here, this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, and then the Three of Beakers in the reverse. Literally, Three of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, the Devil, all in the reverse. Until you hold yourself back from these temptations, until you deny yourself these party favors, okay? You're still going to have these roid rage, these temper problems. But here's the deal. Like, you can't be this stubborn. You can't do it anymore. You're too old to be this stubborn. She's telling this person this. He does not like what he's hearing. He does not like the power that she's standing in at all. Remember, he's the hammer god with the big tallywhacker, right? He's tired of dealing with the conflict, but she's giving him warnings about what he needs to not do. Like, these are the things that are making your life worse for you. These are the things that are making you pull muscles, tear tendons, have sprains, strains, muscle cramping, etc. Because you're not drinking enough water, you're not eating healthy. All you're doing is protein, protein, protein. There's no greens, there's no fruit, there's no nothing but these protein shakes. This person might have a heart issue. We've got the Nine of Books here. So there's this stubborn, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to fix it myself. This person was having some sort of virility issues. They're taking all these muscle building things to try and get their manhood back in order. And this, I'm going to say medical professional is telling them that's not what's going to get everything back in order. You need rest. You need to eat healthy. You need to take a break. You can't go anywhere till I discharge you. So I'm going to hold you here at the hospital. If you leave against my will, my orders, there's nothing I can do about that. But this person here has been hit by the love bug as soon as this little tiny person, this tiny little medical professional has stood up to them. Give me one more on that. Winter. Yep. Bro, you're going to go through a little dark night of the soul here because you aren't going to be able to do what you used to do. And this is the truth that you're going to get from this tiny little woman. It's going to tell big old you, you're not as big and strong as you think you are, but you're still big and strong, just not like you used to could. How come you're always so angry? What are you trying to prove? Why are you trying to bully when somebody's just trying to help you? This is what this little woman, this little medical professional is going to tell this man. Evidently, she's a knockout. Evidently, this lady is has big energy. She's like a little walking powerhouse. Like she'll come walking down the hallway, and I think I'm seeing like hair bouncing because she walks so fast that the rest of her just kind of bounces down the hallway. And she's just little, but she's big energy. She's gonna knock this man off his socks. He gonna want to sow some wild oats with her. He tooting his own horn over here. It's pretty funny. I didn't see this one coming this way. This is not what I expected at all out of this reading. He's going to get told what for. He's going to get put in his place. He's getting too big for his britches, and he thinks he is going to use his size, his muscles, his stature to intimidate and get his way. And this tiny little woman is going to look at him right in the face and say, I'm not scared. Sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. And he's going to do it. Yes, ma'am. I kind of like this. I'm getting this is like somewhere in the South, maybe. Somewhere where the men still have lots of yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. People have at least pretend common courtesy, you know? Shit. All right, Kristen, what do you do? Is anybody else out there still? Where are you guys going? What are you doing? What you been up to all week? Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for kicking it during the reading. Guys, kick ass and take names. If this resonates with you, drop a comment in the comment section. What time zone are you watching me from? What country? What state? When is your birth month? Comment all of those for me, you guys. All right. I am going to close up the reading for the evening. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you are this person here who has spent years going by move it or lose it, using your muscles as your career, I mean, maybe it's what you do for a living. Don't let it, this injury, punch you in your self-worth, okay? This is the spirit orchestrating this meetup between you and this woman. Okay? This is like one of those kismet moments. It's just meant to be. All right, you guys, I'm going to close out the reading. I appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out with me tonight. And you guys, my birthday is 2 weeks from today. And I do have my Amazon gift list tapped in down in the description box of the video. I don't do that very often, but your girl is in need of a pick-me-up. So if somebody wants to get me the dinosaur toothbrush holder, that would be really rad. I appreciate each and every one of you. Guys, kick ass and take names. And remember, if I can manage to not be a piece of shit, so the fuck can you. I can't even talk tonight. Y'all, thanks for listening to me rant. I appreciate you. And hopefully we'll have an update on that automobile situation, because if I keep getting treated like a stupid person about cars because of my gender, I'm gonna have to fucking get real mad. All right, because girls' money spends the same as guys' money when it comes to fixing vehicles that everybody needs to drive. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. I'll talk to you later.